That is exactly how Simba eats on one of these plates. Like, he always puts like his front paw on it to hold it down while he licks it.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals. It's 2 p.m. and I just had a new first with Splash. He let me pet him while he was on the bed. He has never let me do that before. Usually if he's in the bed and I walk toward him, he jumps off. But this was a first. He let me pet him while he was on the bed. Right now it's about 6:30 p.m. and the cats are eating their dinner. It literally only takes a few crunchies to get Boo to eat on this platter. Today they're having the Primal Raw turkey nuggets and a few of the Primal Raw duck nuggets, which I've cut in half and kind of scattered around the platter because I still have like half a bag of those left in the freezer, and I'd rather they ate them than they went to waste. So there's like 6 rabbit nuggets on there and 2 duck nuggets. The 2 duck nuggets have been, split up. And the cats were all sleeping all afternoon, and they just kind of all get up at the same time and they're like, okay, where's food? Where's our dinner? I think Boo is getting to the point where he likes eating with the other cats. Because everyone has been getting along for the most part. 90% of the time, or 95% of the time now, they've all been getting along when they're eating their meals together. Like right now I feel like Splash did not eat his entire portion, which is not good because... Hey! What's that about, Boo? What's that about? Okay, I just moved the platter over so it's closer to the other cats because it's not nice for Boo to be like that. Boo, you want to go upstairs? You're done? Okay, so this is what the cats did. That is a duck nugget, that's a duck nugget, that's a duck nugget. Those are 3 of the 4 halves of the duck nuggets, and that's the rabbit nugget. So the cats have unanimously decided they don't really like those duck nuggets, but this is going to sit here until someone eats out. It is 11:11 p.m. right now. We just ended today's live stream, and I want to give some shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Anthony Kimball for the $5 super chat, and also a shout out to Smarty Plum for the £10 super chat, and a shout out to Anthony Kimball for another $10 super chat. Thank you guys so much for the super chat donations. They are very much appreciated and will be put to good use on cat supplies. Good morning, Stella. Stella slept on the bed all night. Good morning, Boo. Boo slept on the bed all night. They had to sleep on opposite sides of the bed. Simba just jumped on the bed. Now we have Stella, Simba, and Boo. 3 cats on the bed. Good morning, Splash. today for breakfast, the cats are having Boo's favorite food, which is canned food. They're having food from a can because I forgot to defrost the raw food. We were doing a live stream last night until about 11 p.m. and I was having massive computer problems. So, yeah, I was quite distracted. And so I forgot to defrost raw food. Right now they're having the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest. And Splash went upstairs. As I was assembling this platter and opening the cans of food in my assembly area, I really expected Boo to come downstairs and, you know, come up to me because every time I open canned food, he comes right up to me and he's always crying. But he didn't because Splash was holding him on the steps. Like Splash was on the bottom of the staircase and he's like, you are not crossing, you are not coming off these steps. And I was not happy about that. I don't know why Splash was being like that. The other day I came outside and this large bowl of water that I put out for a Hydrox or any of the cats, it was filthy. I've never seen it so filthy. Like, it was brown and I was kind of afraid of like what was in it. But I emptied it out and it was full of berries. I don't know what kind of berries they are, but it was full of berries and I was like, it has to be like maybe the baby raccoons. Maybe some raccoons are filling it up with berries. I've never seen anything like it in my backyard. So today I came outside and I noticed that the water container in this large blue tub, well, first of all, it always has a lid on it. So with the other bowl, because it was open, I thought, well, maybe the berries fell from a tree or something, like, you don't know. And because there's a lid on this, I know 100% that these berries did not fall in from a tree or anything. And so I looked at the water, I'm like, why is this water so filthy? And I took the top off and sure enough, I'm gonna dump this out. I'm gonna show you what's in here. Okay, so there is the tub of filthy water. And let's look at what's in it. Do you see that? Do you see all those seeds? Or berries? I don't know what they are. I don't know where they came from. If you guys know, let me know. But to me, it seems like obviously the raccoons are washing their food or putting their food in there. So they are definitely not solely relying on dry cat food from the feeder or Hydrox's leftovers, and I would hope not, because they definitely need better nutrition than that. And there's a closer look. See all of them? So what I did was, after I found the berries in the round open bowl, I moved it over toward the feeder so that I would catch on camera whatever happened. And of course now, they're not doing it in that bowl, they're doing it in this bowl instead. But I don't have another camera and I don't want to move the camera over here, so. This is the cat lounge chair that the outside cats all used. So 2 years ago it was used by Stella, Splash, and Simba. They loved it. They used it all summer. Last year Boo used it. He also loved it. And I put it out this year thinking maybe Hydrox would use it, and he's never used it. And what happened was I just moved it over to a different part of the patio, and see what happened? There's this big rip, like my hand literally just went through here. See these rips also? Because what happens is when I try to pick it up, the fabric is now so brittle. See this? Look. You could just pop your finger through the fabric. So it's all breaking. I really hate to throw this out because it was such a useful tool, but you know, if a cat jumped on top, because they used to like to lay on this, I'm afraid that, you know, they would just go right through that. This is so brittle. That's the word I'm looking for. It's so brittle. So, yeah, I don't know. I might just put it in my garage because, I mean, the frame is still good, right? The problem is that I don't know if they still sell these because they don't, I've never seen them in the store again where I got it in the Christmas tree shop. And when I've tried to link to it on Amazon, it doesn't show up there either. So, I'll have to look into that. I just went to put it away and I said, I wonder if the bottom is brittle also. And look, the bottom just totally ripped also. So this fabric is just really crappy, but I'm thinking that I could just have new fabric made up, maybe like a canvas or something that's more weather resistant, and with the help of some Velcro and everything, that way the fabric could be put on and off and also cleaned and replaced. So that's what I'm thinking. So right now I'm just gonna put this on top of my garage. There's some storage up there, so we'll see. Another thing that I did this morning was repot some of these cucumber plants. So it was 1, 2, 3 of these plants all in this one container. So I gave these each an individual pot. I don't know if those pots are big enough, but they are what I have, and we are just gonna see what happens. It's an experiment. These are cute little foldable trellises that I got at Lowe's, so we'll see if those grow. These cucumbers are patio snackers, so I did not have any success with them last year, so they're growing better than they did last year because of the greenhouse, which is great for starting seeds. We'll see how they do here. And then this one, I gave it like this little metal trellis that I had. These are from the Dollar Tree. I think it's a great deal for $1 because Lowe's had similar ones for $8. Basil is growing like crazy in my geranium pot, which I find funny because every other year that I've tried to grow herbs, they never grow. But for some reason this year, if I put them in a pot with geraniums, the herbs grow great and the geraniums not so much. It's usually the opposite. Usually I have amazing geraniums, my herbs never grow. This year my herbs are great and my geraniums are not doing good, so it's kind of weird. But I've never had them in the same pot before. And we have the same thing going on here. The mint is growing like crazy and the geraniums not so much. And I've been picking this mint like every single day. Every day I will like cut off like a big sprig of this mint to try to control it. And last night I had it in a smoothie. I made like a chocolate mint smoothie with some banana and some green powder and some unsweetened cocoa and some mint, and oh my gosh, it was so good. And these are the portulacas that I grew from seed. They're looking really nice. Next year I would grow them in a different container. This year I grew them in this container thinking maybe I would be able to transplant them. Actually, maybe I could still transplant them now, but for now they're just staying in the container. And these are the portulacas that came up from last year. I didn't have to do anything, they just came back up.
and these are all blooming. I really like the portulaca flowers because every day they're like different colors. Like you never know. It's like today they're like orange and yellow. Tomorrow they could be all pink or white or red. So I think that's so cool. Here's Stella. She's laying on her paper bag. She loves that paper bag. Now Splash has decided he wants to rip up that paper bag. Do you see the ends? The ends are kind of like all chewed up. That was Splash. I caught him doing that before. It is 6:47 p.m. I'm just getting home, and Stella and Splash were in the window. But as I turned the camera on, Stella jumped off, and there goes Splash. They're probably gonna meet me at the door. And here's Hydrox. Hydrox is hanging out, waiting for some food probably. How are you, Hydrox? Looks like he was laying down and he has some dirt around his mouth or something. Either that or maybe he had a successful hunt. I don't know, looks like he ate something. It is 7:15 p.m. The cats are just about to get their dinner. They're getting the primal raw rabbit nuggets. They each get 2 nuggets, so there are 8 nuggets on this platter. And I'm doing something a little bit different today, so I'm feeding the cats from the opposite direction. Normally, when I feed the cats, I'm coming from the opposite direction on the runner, and today I decided I'm going to see what happens if I feed them from this direction. Boo is on the steps. Okay, Boo. You could eat your food, Boo. Go ahead. Go ahead, Boo. I don't have any crunchies with me. Oh, yes, I do. The crunchies are on this side. Come on, Boo. Eat your food. Go ahead. You could eat. Go ahead. Okay, I put a few crunchies on the platter near Boo, and he came down to eat. But he's very wary of Splash, because Splash is kind of mean to Boo. You know, the last cat you think would be mean to Boo is Splash, but Splash is the one that's mean to Boo. So, I put some crunchies on the rug, and Splash backed away a little bit. So then Boo came to eat off the platter. And right now they're all eating peacefully, so they should finish this platter peacefully also. I mean, by now they really should be used to eating with each other. But Splash is a bully. Splash is really turning into a bully. The cats finished all of their dinner, and Boo almost licked this entire platter clean. I just put some food outside for Hydrox. Hydrox was laying in the bushes. There's like a cute little den area inside those bushes. I guess it stays cool. He just went to eat his food. It is 7:49 p.m. and I just walked into the kitchen, and Splash was right here looking out the door, and Stella's right here. And I walk up here and I'm like, what are you guys looking at? And of course, as I walk over to the door, Splash runs downstairs, and I look out, I don't see anything. But I moved over to the kitchen window, and then I saw it. It's the 2 baby raccoons in the feeder. They're trying to get at whatever leftover cat food is in there. They both turned around before, that's how I saw them. So far, I have to say that the raccoon-proof feeder has really, really held up great. I mean, these raccoons try to break into it pretty much on a daily basis, and they haven't been successful at all. Because the feeder inside of, like right there is the doghouse, and inside the doghouse is a blue plastic storage tub. And inside the blue plastic storage tub is the automatic feeder. And the automatic feeder is full of dry cat food. I mean, it has enough dry cat food to last for, I think, almost 2 weeks. And that's feeding like a half cup in the morning and a half cup at night. So it holds a lot. I think it's a 12 cup feeder. I think it actually holds 12 cups of food. So if it was not in a raccoon-proof location, what happens is the raccoons come at night and they just destroy it. They get into it, they take it apart, and it's just, you know, gone. So by devising this raccoon-proof system, the only food the raccoons can get at is the food that has been dispensed into the bowl. And originally, they would just kind of take the bowl and move it away. And so the bowl is actually fastened with a whole bunch of binder clips. And the binder clips have been holding the bowl onto the feeder really well. Now, I don't want to jinx anything. Watch, now that I say this, watch something happen to it. But I mean, right now, in September, it will be 2 years. It'll be 2 years that this automatic feeder is working. I have not even changed the batteries once. Like, it's been out there. It's been out there through all kinds of weather, through negative numbers in the winter to like over 100-degree weather in the summer. And it only has malfunctioned like twice. Both times were when food got kind of jammed up in the mechanism inside, and all I had to do was kind of take the food out and reposition it and put it back in. Now Simba's watching the show. There they are. See them? The one on the left is banjo and the one on the right is bongo, I think. The one that's a little bit more brown is banjo. The one that's a little bit more gray is bongo. There they are. They're so cute. That is exactly how Simba eats on one of these plates. Like, he always puts like his front paw on it to hold it down while he licks it. Yep, that is exactly how Simba does it. Right now it's about 11:30 p.m. and I've been working on my computer tonight because the Lucky Ferals website is completely down. I moved it to a new hosting company and everything got broken and it's a giant mess, and this is my second night trying to fix it, and I thought I had it fixed and then it broke again. So I'm so not happy with that. Simba, what's the matter with you? What are you doing? You don't do that. Be a nice boy, Simba. Okay. Boo's here. We're waiting for crunchies.
Splash is waiting for crunchies. Stella's waiting for crunchies. Simba's waiting for crunchies. Okay, Stella, there you go. 3 cats in a row with their little crunchy plates. They all have crunchies. Boo has crunchies. Simba has crunchies. Stella has crunchies. Splash has crunchies. And Boo needs to learn how to sit down. He sat down for like 2 seconds. I gave him the crunchies and now he's standing again. All the other cats are sitting so nicely. Except for Boo. Simba's eating his crunchies. Stella's eating her crunchies. Splash is eating his crunchies. And Boo is eating his crunchies. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.